Boom! Stream! That time we really started it. That was the third time. Third time's the charm. Boom! Stream!
Excellent.
That time we really started it.
So
And there's
there
the
is
third
stream.
time. Third time's the charm. I gotta mute that now because now we're... I'm a repeating bastard. Oh, hey, so... Yeah, it's Thursday, which means it's Curse of Strahd twice bitten. I am Mondo, and our DM this evening is Cleve, and I'm going to pass you on to Cleve, who will tell us what we're doing. Cleve, it's all yours, buddy.
Awesome. Welcome back to everyone who's watching, which is, I appreciate both of you tuning in. That's great. Yeah, we're back with Curse of Strahd twice bitten. We're in the super happy fun time house, as we're calling it. Who wants to give a little recap?
We went to super happy fun time house. It was super. It was happy fun time. Yeah. We were on a caravan, doing caravan stuff. Like we were caravan guards. I think all of us were guards, and we were chilling one night, just like sitting around the fire, getting to know each other. When all of a sudden we woke up someplace else. All of our stuff was gone. The wagon was gone. We were definitely someplace else. There was a lot of mist and fog, and it seemed like a bad idea to go back. So we went forward, and we found a house, and we found a couple of really creepy kids outside the house. And they said, "Oh,
no, they were adorable."
All kids are creepy.
I mean,
yeah, fair. I agree.
okay, you're not super wrong there.
No. I mean, I guess they were okay. I guess. I mean, but they're like hanging out in a stable, saying, "Hey, our house is like super creepy because there's a monster in the basement and there's a baby in the attic, and our parents don't care about us."
I don't know which one's worse.
Yeah, somebody should call CPS, man.
Really?
Yeah, those kids aren't that creepy.
No, they're not. They're not. They're not that creepy, but I digress. We went to go check out the house. The house is creepy because there's definitely weird shit going on in this house. We heard some party that wasn't really happening, and then we ate some food. Well, I ate some food, and someone else ate some food too.
That was not a happening party, and you guys left it.
No, not a happening party. And
yeah, folks ate some food.
yeah, and we got jumped by a suit of armor when we went up to the second floor.
Yeah, you did.
And it tried to kill Holly by dragging her off the balcony. That did not happen, and
It did not. But it was pretty close, I think.
yeah. And I'm stealing things, as is my want. Like I've gotten some silverware and stuff, and oddly enough to me at the moment, I mean, because we're gonna have to learn more about Holly. I think Holly, the paladin of Lathander, was also taking stuff.
Yeah, she was just rooting through somebody's jewelry box in this room where you found a fairly fresh corpse hanging from the ceiling there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued. Oh, it's like it's so easy to gloss over like other important things that have happened. We found a hidden area. There was a skeleton. There was some papers. There was a book about about Mary, right? Yeah.
I think it was about Mary.
Yeah, it was all about Mary up until the very moment of.
It was called "There's Something About Mary."
I was just gonna say that.
Claims to be something watching us from the shadows, but nobody's seen it.
Yeah, it's all been very spooky, and now we're in a bedroom. It looks like.
Yeah, and there was letter that you found in the library on the corpse. And there was a letter in the desk. The letter in the desk is now in your notes, as is the note from the corpse that was hanging, because there was a suicide note on that guy. And also the letter from the skeleton should now be in your journals.
Be ready to do.
Yeah, like every room you go into, like it seems like ranks about a 9.3 on the weird shit-o-meter.
That's the only meter that counts.
Say that on our stream.
No, you can say it on the stream.
What's that, Mondo? What'd you say?
I don't even remember. I might have repeated something about a shitometer.
Yeah, like the all the relief carvings on the walls, like when you look closer, seem to be like at first glance they're kind of happy scenes, and when you look closer, they're a lot more sinister. What else has happened to you guys? Oh, there's the whole music room thing.
That was spooky.
Dancing spirit.
There was dancing and
Dog!
That's
oh
right,
yeah, the
you got a
dog.
Somebody's got a dog.
I've got a dog. His name is Lancelot.
It is. He's like a little wire-haired terrier, just cowering at everything.
Is he really cute? Like, did you?
He looks like he probably would be cute with a bath and a few hot meals.
Okay.
He just looks kind of, sad and pathetic right now.
So, did any of us pick up that armor that the suit had?
Not yet. It's on the bottom floor.
Okay, because
He's on the bottom floor.
I'm gonna go grab it.
Okay.
Top of the steps, make sure nothing jumps out at him. west?
The door to the west, also, you hear nothing from that door.
Look back at the rest of the group. Any preferences?
I've never really been one for preferences, so whatever you feel like. Although I think we should probably check this side of the mansion, just so we can make sure all bases are covered.
Mary will open the southern door.
Right. That door opens without issue. And you find yourself in a bedroom.
Step further into the bedroom.
As you step farther into the bedroom, in the corner, you see a female, rather ethereal sort of female figure.
Hello there. Who might and who might you
Ooh,
be?
she's got a pretty dress.
She just turns around and goes, "Shh, the baby's sleeping."
No baby visible from where I am, correct?
No, but what you do see is a bed, a couple of tables. There is there's a mildew covered towel kind of folded up on one of the tables. There's a mirror and a wardrobe, and then this being in the corner.
And no obvious like baby table or anything, right?
No.
I don't see any baby, ma'am.
You get no response to that. So you want to hand that to Flynn, Holly? Is that what you said? Okay.
Yes.
What are we handing to Flynn?
I just put a note in your journal that Holly discovered at some point and handed to you.
Okay. Is it the?
It's unsent letter.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. Yeah. I'll tell you the dark mode. Not great with that.
Yeah. No, it's not great with any of the handouts, honestly.
You can highlight them as if you're going to cut and paste them.
Oh,
Good idea.
But like if I change it to white and somebody's not using dark mode, then it's, completely illegible.
right.
Where is the baby? We were told to find the baby.
Are you asking the spirit?
Yeah.
Again, she just turns around and raises her finger to her lips and goes, "Shh."
All right, guys. I know
Still in this room?
All right. You guys ready?
Get her.
Oh, what?
No.
Oh yeah, I'm always ready whenever we need to be.
Glenn, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception is.
I have a note on that. 16.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I
Good.
have that. Yeah. So from your vantage point, that table right there, which I'm hoping you can see where I'm pinging. That's the one with the folded up mildewy cloth on it. There's definitely something underneath it.
Okay, I would like to pick up this moldy cloth.
Mhm.
What's underneath it?
Underneath is a book. Um, it is well, based on the cover and the title, it looks like it might be some kind of a trashy kind of romance novel. It's entitled The Scorched Bodice, Volume 9, Blue-Blooded Lips.
Oh, it's not. I'm not aware of the full douchebaggery of this man.
I'll leaf. I'll like kind of like not leaf through it, but like flip through it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like else inside this book?
No, just it's pretty old. It's
Looks like a
a little
crazed god of
cobwebby.
power.
It's pretty old. It's pretty cobwebby, but there is nothing like hidden between the pages.
Okay, I would like
Except
to
for
just
lust.
casually just put it. Um, I'll stick it in my belt, like in my pants, like kind of like hanging out
Sure.
like halfway.
Yeah, all right.
Is there anything in this nightstand?
Is there anything in that nightstand?
Does this ghost react as I step closer?
It does not react as you step closer. What is in the nightstand are some rather old and moth-eaten, like sort of maid dresses. Definitely some kind of a servant's attire.
Tell the rest of the group this looks like the servants' quarters. And it doesn't look like she's left yet.
How do we?
Holly, do you see anything?
Do we wake the baby?
How do we get her to what?
How do we get her to go? How do we get her to move on to the next whatever awaits her?
Get across the streams.
I think she'll leave when
Across the
she's ready.
streams.
I knew it. We gotta kick down some doors.
Holly,
Got
Falmer, you see
traumatized.
anything in that closet over there?
Nothing I can see. Nah.
Are they doors to the closet to the left?
Yeah, there's a door here next to Holly, and there's a double door on the wall here, just a little ways south of where Thalmer is standing.
Oh, buddy.
She steps away. What are you, afraid of ghosts?
No,
Oh,
I'm in the same room as one.
I wanna.
this
I
one
wanna.
seems...
I'd like to sit at the edge of the bed. Like I'll just kind of like.
All right.
sit.
You
And
sit at the edge of the bed, and
yeah.
like some dust flops up in the mattress.
So
Lots of dust here.
I'm gonna say like very, very, softly, like almost like a whisper. I'm gonna be like, so, where's the baby?
Again, that elicits absolutely no response.
I'll open the closet door next to me.
All right. You open that door, and what you find is a small room with a rather old and kind of decrepit crib. Right. Well, right there. There is a cloth covering the crib. It's a little moth-eaten, a little dusty, but it is definitely a cloth.
Do we want to know what's? Explain that to the group. Do we want to know what's under this cloth? It doesn't seem like anything is moving.
I'd like to look under the bed.
You look under the bed and find a lot of dust bunnies.
Mary, did you say that? Have you said like what's going on over there out loud, or?
Yes, I said I found the crib and it doesn't seem like anything's moving on it. Do we want to know what's under the blanket? Nobody pushes one way or the other. I think his curiosity would get the better of him. He would step in and see if there's any response from the ghost.
Yeah, I'm gonna step that way, like towards you guys, I guess. But I'm keeping an eye on the ghost. It's like, is there a baby in there?
As you step over there, that's what I was looking for. As you step over there, the ghost turns to like watch you, but makes no movements or other action.
I start moving slowly and gently, as if I'm gonna pull the covers back. Does that change her reaction?
No, just still kind of standing there watching you.
Gently pull back the corner of the blanket to see what's underneath, if anything.
As you pull back the corner of this the sheet that's draped over the the crib. Sorry, give me 1 second. This is the problem I had with my other Curse of Strahd game, is that the official stuff doesn't seem to be like in any kind of order that makes any kind of sense.
Alphabetical by chapter, make up your mind.
Seriously. Okay, so as you no help at all. As you pull back the sheet, this ghost shrieks, "No, mustn't wake the baby!" and flies at you like very rapidly, and then just like vanishes right before it would like hit you if it was a person.
Kind of backpedal into the crib, trying to dodge out, not knowing that it's going to disappear.
Like as it like charges forward, I probably would have like jumped up on the bed, like ah.
Like you saw a mouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Once I've composed myself, if the contents of this crib and under the crib are not obvious, I will look for more clues.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you actually like pull the sheet off to check in the crib then?
Yeah, once I've slowed my heart again.
Yeah, there is a tightly wrapped bundle of something in the crib,
Completely covered, or
completely covered. It looks like it could be, roughly infant sized.
no sound, no movement. It's just
No sound, no movement.
Anyone else want to see what this woman was protecting as a baby?
I will make my way over to this room, and I will, with pike in hand, just kind of give it a 1-2 look. Try to see if there's anything.
That's what we're gonna say. You're gonna give it a poke.
Just in case something attacks me. I am a trained soldier, so I'm just going to give it a once over. Just try to see if I notice anything odd.
Give me an investigation check.
Am I helping for being in here? Just kind
You can if you
of
want.
keeping
Sure.
guard. Certainly be helping.
Yeah, that's good enough. Like, I mean, while this thing is roughly like human infant sized, it is there's something off about it, like with the size and shape.
Like, would it be? What does it seem?
Clothes, like all wrapped up.
No shelves or anything underneath.
Nope. Nope. That's pretty much it for this room.
Step back out. What the hell is with this house?
I will admit that this is a rather strange house. I apologize if I don't have that much to say, but yeah, I don't have much experience with this stuff. Straight up. I'm just taking this as I go. You know, I expect the paladin to know a little more about it, but I don't.
First dookie spooky house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dealt with ghosts before, but I'm glad that one
I've read about them.
was not as anxious as some. Well, then why don't you open this one? I'm gonna collect myself a little.
Sure. This one here.
I think that no, the double doors.
Oh, double doors. I didn't see them behind my own head. What are the double doors? What are they like, Cleve? Are they what do they look like?
They look kind of like French doors.
Okay. Glass panes.
Yeah, glass panes. There's a curtain hanging over, like the window part.
I'd like to just kind of like peek past the curtain part a little, like just kind of like pull it to the side, just kind of peek out.
Sure. This is what it was looking for. FYI, if any of you decide you want to run Curse of Strahd at some point after this, the all the stuff for the very beginning is at the very end of the module. Go figure.
Well, that's where it should be. It's an endless loop.
Right.
Spoilers.
It certainly was.
So,
and then next thing you know, you're walking down the road all happy, and there's a couple of kids in front of a house, and you're like, "Hello."
right. So it opens to a like a balcony.
Okay. Is there anyone or anything on the balcony?
You see no one or nothing on the balcony.
I would like.
In fact, beyond the railing of the balcony, you see nothing but mist.
Okay. I would like to try to open the doors then. Yeah, I'll check this out.
That door opens without issue for you.
Nice.
And the mists are right at that railing, or they're further afield where it was closing in behind us?
It's I mean, you can see the railing. And I mean, all you can really see behind it is mist, so it's hard to tell like how far behind it is, really.
Right, but the mist wasn't all the way up against the house when we entered.
No, it was not.
But it seems to be now?
Definitely, like, it could be a lot closer. That's for sure.
I'm going to step out onto the balcony.
Yes, you stepped out onto the balcony.
I'm going to hand the romance novel to Holly, and I'll be like, hold this for me. And then I'm going to step out onto the balcony.
You step out onto the balcony. Are you looking for or at anything in particular?
Not yet. Just kind of like standing there, like nothing happens as I just kind of get on the balcony.
No, nothing at all.
All right, that's dope. Yeah, all right. I'll start looking around the balcony, but I'm also gonna like look over the edge, like down where I am here. Like I'm guessing should be the front of the house.
Yeah. So yeah, from out here, you can tell there's you know, some distance between the house and the mist, but not as much as there was, or perhaps as much as you'd be comfortable with. But what really stands out is that you no longer see the ground. Over the edge of the balcony, it just seems to drop into forever.
What the hell do I still have on me?
Got some silverware.
Yeah, I do. I have some silverware. Thank you. All right. I want to take like do I have like what's the smallest piece I have? Is there like a relish spoon or something?
You know what? You got one of those little like a caviar spoon.
Okay. Well. All right. I'd like to take the caviar spoon and kind of just drop it over the edge and just kind of like listen. We're only on the second floor, right?
Third floor.
Third floor.
Yeah. Well, you feel like you should be able to hear a caviar spoon hit the ground from roughly 30 feet up.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I'll do. And I crane my.
You drop the caviar spoon.
Yeah.
Drop the caviar spoon, and you watch as it grows smaller and smaller, and eventually you lose sight of it.
No sound?
No sound whatsoever. I mean, there's some sound. There's, a little bit of wind here and there.
But no sound from the caviar spoon.
No sound from the spoon.
Caviar spoon falls, and there's no one around to hear it. Doesn't make a sound.
Looking straight
There is no caviar spoon.
Do I see the stables or anything like through the mists, like even just like faintly, like
You do not, but you might recall that you saw the house pretty clearly from the stable. So
yeah.
the mist has clearly thickened at this point, or drawn in closer, or both.
All right, folks. The mists have definitely closed in, and it's possible they've raised the house.
Impossible. How can mist do that?
Well, I mean, I threw that caviar spoon out the window, and I did not hear it hit. If some is there something heavier? Like, what about this nightstand? Is that liftable?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
15 pounds or so. It's a nightstand.
All right, it's well, all right. Maybe it was a caviar spoon. Let me see, and I just kind of pick up that nightstand.
I'll help him. I'll
Mhm.
help him with the night. Oh, let's go through the nightstand real quick.
It's only 15.
Is there anything in the nightstand?
We can just leave. Do what you will, but it's only 20 feet down to the first floor.
I mean, if
Well,
if somebody wants to try jumping off,
I certainly
take
don't.
the
If you want
stairs.
to watch, this is a we call it science. It's a science experiment, and here, and I'm gonna take the nightstand and toss it over and like listen and watch.
All right. You can definitely see it for a longer period of time than you saw the caviar spoon.
Okay.
But it too eventually just gets swallowed up by the blackness somewhere below. And you do not hear any sound of any wooden nightstands hitting a ground or any other surface.
I would not recommend going over the edge here. Maybe it's just because
right?
I opened the book.
I mean, if we went back down to the if we went back to the front door, I assume that we wouldn't be this high up. We would just be back on the ground.
Yeah, that's an excellent hypotenuse. Let's check that
Holly,
out.
Holly, where you're standing right in front of the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
when you kind of glance over at the mirror, whether intentionally or not, instead of your own reflection, you see the ghost lady in the mirror.
She gasped. Just Jesus.
That one.
And she's gonna look in it when she's not startled anymore. She's gonna be like, "I love your dress. I wish I had long dark hair like you."
Is the reflection different from me seeing her?
Yeah, like you don't see your own reflection, you just see the ghost.
The room look different, or is the room the same?
The room looks the same, reflected.
Okay. I'm gonna crack open the book and start reading out loud.
All right, it's I don't know if Holly's read a lot of trashy romance novels, but from what you can gather from the first few pages, it is about a cupbearer who starts an affair with her noble lord.
Steamy.
I mean, it's pretty steamy. Yeah, why not?
The ghost is not reacting to her reading this out loud.
No, not at all.
I would like to read. Oh, this might be a bad idea. I would like to read the letter, the unsent letter from that Holly handed me.
Yeah, go ahead and read that if you want to.
Yeah, all right. So I'm going to once again. I'm just going to kind of sit at the edge of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
My dear Mrs. Petrovna, Your advice on dealing with the unwanted fiend in my home is quite good advice indeed. Tonight's ceremony will proceed as planned when the moon is at its highest peak, without, of course, the attendance of Mr. Durst. I must agree with you that, with the assistance of such a remarkably innocent subject, the result of our proceedings may be far improved. Innocent, of course, is not quite the term I would use. If nothing else, I am relieved that I shall soon no longer have to suffer the harlot's insufferable presence each time we must pass through her quarters to our meeting space. We shall be well rid of her indeed. My thanks, Mrs. Elizabeth Durst. Interesting. Very interesting.
As you read that, the ghostly image in the mirror, like, it scowls and then fades away.
So the meeting place is somewhere in this room? Kind of pawing at the walls to see if there's any sort of secret buttons or hidden panels.
Give me an investigation check, if you would, please.
Silver flame guide me.
Oh, before you do that,
Okay.
I'll let you re-roll that after I say this. So you may remember last time I talked about some inspiration cards that I was going to set up. Clearly, I have not done that yet. Um, and the reason I have not done that yet is because I didn't think about it again after I mentioned it last time until I logged into this game about a half an hour before we started, which wasn't nearly enough time to do that. So that's my fault, but because I am a magnanimous and benevolent DM, I am going to give everybody an inspiration to use at any time they feel like, to give advantage to themselves or anybody else on a roll.
Most dope.
Was that clear for everyone, or
That's clear.
okay?
Advantage, so before the roll happens.
Yep. Got to be before the actual roll, though.
Flynn, the letter said something about a ritual. Is the ritual in this room?
Since it was read out loud, I'm going to go ahead and just share that with everybody else. Just put it in everybody's journal here.
Yeah, ceremony, moon at the highest peak. Doesn't really say where. Just that they have to pass through the harlot's quarters to their meeting space.
Yeah, also Mrs. Durst is clearly not the best writer.
She's rich. She didn't have to.
She'll no longer have to suffer the harlot's insufferable presence. Like, really? Find another adjective there. Come on.
Irregardless of what this letter says. I kid.
So, now that you know the thing about the advantage, Mary, if you would like to give me a investigation check. As you're searching around for secret doors or levers or switches or buttons, what have you.
And you all agree, right? This letter says that the wife of this house was meeting a Miss Petrovna somewhere in this area.
So, yeah, I mean, let's. Yeah, maybe maybe we should try to find see if there's a hidden knick-knack nook. I mean, there was that secret room when we found that book. There could be another.
Yeah. If we all spread out and search, then I will save the inspiration. If it doesn't look like they are helping, I will use it to try and find this thing.
Yeah, I would definitely like to help on the... I would like to help
Right.
search the room.
As do I.
Well, we can only
I'm
do
helping.
advantage once. So
I would like to call for triple advantage, please.
where's the X card, damn it?
Triple advantage is my favorite ice cream flavor at Baskin Robbins.
All right, Mary, go ahead and roll investigation with advantage.
Well,
For
with
all
straight,
the help you're getting.
with straight, since I'm poisoned, just like I'm not necessarily feeling the best, but
You know what? Since you've got a lot of people helping you, I will go ahead and say it's actually with advantage.
keep the 2. Oof. 15
Yeah.
total.
So as you're looking around, the mirror right there seems a little like it's mounted to the wall, but there doesn't appear to be any hardware holding it to the wall.
Try and grab around the corner of the frame. I think this mirror moves.
Yeah, as you start feeling around the corners of the frame, you find a tiny little latch. Well, it's not that tiny, but it's well concealed in the upper right corner of the mirror, like just behind the frame.
I'll definitely push it.
When you push it, a door, well, actually, the whole mirror, like, swings open right there.
I jump up on the edge of the bed.
And a mouse runs out.
Why are you so skittish, Flynn?
Do you need emotional support, dog?
The dog did the same thing.
I mean, there was a ghost, and then the ghost popped up in the mirror. I just don't want anything to grab me from underneath the bed. All I saw were dust bunnies.
Underneath the bed.
You never had your ankles.
Perhaps.
Oh yeah, it's happened.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I mean, something always used to grab my ankles. Every time I put my feet on the floor. Daily.
We're gonna have to unpack that later.
Sure. And I just step off the bed. Yeah.
Dude, I really feel like you missed your chance to talk like Cobra Commander.
He's human. I don't know what you're talking about.
I would. That would. I don't know how long I could keep that up.
Fair enough.
Anyone have any interest in checking the hall
I'll do
closets before we go upstairs? I'm assuming it's going up.
There. Yeah. Let's. Yeah, because we didn't check. Did anyone go downstairs to get that breastplate?
I did.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Palmer went down there.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we should before we go upstairs and get jumped by another spook. Like maybe we should. Yeah, there's these other doors. I feel better about checking them out.
And there was no noise or anything coming from the stairs up, correct?
I'm sorry, what was it?
No noise coming from the stairs behind the mirror.
No, there are no noises coming from the stairs behind the mirror. But there was, and Holly, since you're back there, there was definitely like a cold draft kind of rolling down the stairs. And also, since you're in there, it is way obvious that there is another door on that side. It was also cleverly hidden in the wall, but from inside it, it's less cleverly hidden.
Have the other two gone? Have they already gone down?
No, we went back to the hallway to check the last couple doors before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't. Wait, we're not going downstairs. We're waiting on you, Holly. We're waiting on. I can't do it, Cobra Commander. I would need to.
Donk.
I do it during my Tomb of Annihilation game for one of the voices that's inside somebody's head, but yeah, it does hurt.
Nice.
I'm not.
Yeah,
in space.
I get you. I mean, if you guys are intent on checking all the rooms, there were a couple of rooms on the first floor I don't think you went into either.
No, this just seemed quick.
Yeah, just. So what's?
Oh yeah.
What's in
Spawn,
here?
we're opening one.
I'll open this one. I will open this one decisively.
You decisively open that door. It's a wooden tub with clawed feet, a small iron stove with a kettle on top, a barrel under a spigot on the north wall, and yeah, that's about it.
I see. Is there any water in the tub or in the sink?
There is not.
Okay. Well, that was rather disappointing.
And Flynn, you were going to open the other door?
Yeah, decisively.
You decisively discover a storage closet.
Huh.
Dusty shelves line the walls. A few shelves have some folded sheets, blankets, and bars of soap. There's a cobweb-covered broom leaning in the corner. What do you dust cobwebs off a broom with?
Another broom.
Yeah, but that just necessitates like an endless recursion of brooms.
Right. But by the end, you have an even bigger clump of dust. It never ends.
The never-ending dust clump.
It's just brooms all the way down.
How many bars of soap?
How many bars of soap? There were 20 bars of soap.
Is there a pillowcase?
Yeah, you could find a pillowcase.
Seem fairly sturdy.
God.
I mean, it's pretty decent quality.
Okay. I want to put all.
It's not,
Right, I want to.
It's
put
not
all
made
the
of
bars
wood or
soap in
anything.
The pillowcase, and I'd like to take the.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just carry that around with me, for now.
All right, you have a pillowcase full of bars of soap. Sure.
You realize you're stealing from a child now. All right, Holly, we're right behind you.
All right. Let's go down these stairs.
Up those stairs.
Oh, up these stairs. I'm sorry.
They do go up.
Where do these stairs go?
They go up. All right, Holly, you go up the stairs.
She's not going
I
alone
can't
unless
see anything.
Yep,
unless she
it's
asks.
dark.
Hey, Mary, I, I forgot that I am human, and by human I mean not able to see shit. Could you do that cool thing where you put light on something for me?
Still here. And I'll hand her, something lit up. Or I'll just touch your spear.
Sweet.
You're putting light on Holly's spear.
Yes.
I have a sword, but that's okay.
Alright, a sword. You pick.
Light on something.
Well, give me just a second here.
That's a part, well, neat to see, I imagine, is a pain as a DM to jump back and forth for that kind of stuff.
You should be able to see Holly. If you can't, maybe move your token a little bit.
I see stairs going up, and I'm gonna go up them.
All right,
There's more stairs.
There's a door at the top of those stairs. Glenn, is there something you were planning on doing there, or
No, I'm gonna follow them. Nope.
you're just waiting for people to get out of the way?
Yeah.
And there's a door, right?
There is a door.
I'm gonna open the door.
The door is now ajar.
I don't like when things turn into other things. What am I
Magic.
supposed to do with a jar?
You can put a dog in it.
Oh my god! How would I put a dog in a jar?
This bare hall is choked with dust and cobwebs.
Lots of dust.
How old is that letter? Flynn, does it seem like nobody's been up here in this
It
long?
does
Or does that...
not seem like anyone's been up here. There are no footprints in the thick dust on the floor.
When I'm saying the letter itself from Elizabeth, is that, moth-eaten and old, or just that it made it seem like she was coming up here a lot?
It did. I mean, it doesn't seem like super old.
Has anyone been up here?
3 doors to choose from, it looks like.
What's this door do?
Which one?
The one that I'm right in front of.
You're right in front of 2 of them.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, there's one to your
Oh.
north and one to your south. Farmer's in front of the door.
The one at the
And
top.
the door down here.
Up here.
Well, if you want to, that door probably opens.
I'm gonna try to open it.
That door swings open for you. It appears to be a small spare bedroom.
Like a stove.
Yep. There's a stove, there's a single bed, there's a night table, there's a rocking chair, there's a wardrobe.
And the night table.
Nothing. It's completely bare.
Nothing in the wardrobe.
The wardrobe is empty.
It's a portal to Narnia.
I'd like to open this door down here.
You would like to do that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That door also opens. From your vantage point, you can see a rocking chair and what appears to be a writing desk.
I'd like to go in a little further. I'm just like, there's some stuff here. A desk, another desk.
Mhm.
We've had good luck with desks.
Yeah, there's a bed, there's another stove, there's a little night table. Right here in this corner is a smiling doll in a yellow dress, cobwebs covering it like a wedding veil.
Um, I'd like to brush the cobwebs off the doll and pick it up.
Okay. You brush the cobwebs off the doll and pick it up.
I'm gonna turn around.
And it's
Oh, go ahead.
like a child's toy, but it's well made. Like it probably costs quite a bit of money.
I'm gonna show it to Thalmer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna kind of like wiggle it, like a little, like look, hey, look.
Its glassy, empty eyes regard you, Thalmer.
It's. I do not know what to say, but. I hope that whoever was here is happy.
Oh, that's a nice.
I've- I believe that there is and I'm sure you feel it as well, an ominous presence here.
Oh, indubitably. Absolutely.
You know what? Right. I suppose once we find out what the issue is, we can assure the protection and safety of these children. That is what I hope, at least.
And at least we could also give him back the doll. And I'm gonna take the doll and I'm gonna put it in the pillowcase with the soap. And I'd like to rifle the desk.
It is. I mean, it's got a few sheets of paper, some ink pots where the ink is like dried up, a couple of quills. Nothing out of the ordinary, though.
Okay. I'd like to check it for any like hidden compartments or anything.
Give me an investigation check, if you would, please.
Absolutely.
You find no hidden compartments in this desk.
It's a well-made desk, all right.
They start to slow down and
Nightstand, wardrobe.
Yeah.
I want to check the wardrobe.
Completely empty. Well, it's dusty, but
Nightstand.
it's just like a bedside table. There's nothing on it.
Okay.
Some cobwebs stretched between the legs.
I'm going to draw my rapier and slowly get down on one knee and quickly lift the covers to look under the bed. If there's no covers, like just quickly look under the bed.
Yeah, I mean, there's blankets on the bed, but they don't touch the floor. You can look under the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just dusty.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got the doll. And I will follow Thalmer out.
Okay.
as their search finishes up, I'll open the door north of me.
That door is locked. There is a heavy iron lock on that door.
Then give me a minute to check this other one, and this lock is for you. And then I'll open this southern door.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm gonna reach into my belt and pull out my thieves' tools and kind of click them together. And
As he is doing that, I will kind of try to stop him for a sec with my own hand. And I will tell him, Wait a moment. We don't know what's inside there. Perhaps we better make sure that there's nothing in there.
How do you propose doing that? I mean,
Listen.
Just knocking, or
No. Get on the ground. Get on the ground, and perhaps maybe you could hear something from under the doorway.
All right.
We want.
I will listen at the door. I will
Give me a
follow
perception
Dahmer's
check.
instructions. Though I'm gonna get down low and just kind of like ear to the door.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Absolutely.
It sounds like sounds like a door.
It went from 20 to a 1.
I'm gonna look up at him and I'm just gonna be like, it's quiet. Perhaps too quiet.
Regardless, be prepared. We should be prepared for anything.
Mary, when you open this door, that is some sort of a storage room. There's a wooden stove on the west wall there next to a kind of a chimney thing, and there's a bunch of various shapes all draped under white sheets.
Any of the shapes recognizable?
Yeah, like this one is pretty clearly a chair. Wait, I might not be on the right layer. No, I wasn't. Like that one's pretty clearly a chair. These two, I mean, they could be people under them.
A storage room of some sort.
That one is just kind of square. This one's a little dome shaped.
About a dozen objects, statues and chairs. You could look under there first before the door if you want, or we'll wait for you to open the lock.
Well, now I'm just. Yeah, so do we, or do we check under the?
You could toss these first if you want.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that just to make sure that nothing's gonna come from behind us.
I'll walk in and take the right side, just uncovering things as I go.
Yeah, you find mostly chairs, coat racks, standing mirrors, dress mannequins. Except this one by the stove is like a large wooden trunk.
Does it appear to be locked? Is there a lock on it?
There is a lock on it. Okay. It's kind of one of those like latch lock things.
I'd like to.
The lock does not appear to be very sturdy.
Do you want to break it, or do you want to try and open it, Flynn?
I think I'd like to try to break it.
How strong does Flynn look? Does it look like he'll have a problem with this? He needs any sort of guidance to break it open.
I'm not like a muscly man, but like I'm fit. I'm strong. A little stronger than your average commoner.
He's wiry.
Seeing that, let's take no chances. May the silver flame guide your hand.
Dope.
And I'll step back and let it kick open the chest.
Yeah, I would like to. I'd like to use my spear to kind of like bash the blunt end of my spear to bash the lock.
Yeah, just for shits and grins, give me an attack roll
Sure.
with that spear.
Would you like some help with
I
that?
plant the spear, the blunt end of the spear on the ground, and fall on the spear. And it's like,
I was gonna say, like, just as you raise it up to like bash the lock, like the spear point gets jabbed in the ceiling and kind of sticks there.
shit.
I see the food didn't agree with you either.
No. Hey Holly,
Yeah.
you feeling bashful?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna. Can I use athletics for this?
Sure, why not? Okay. Okay, so maybe the lock's a little tougher than it looks. You can't just like pry it open.
Okay. Sorry, let me get warmed up. I haven't. Okay.
Do you require my assistance?
I
Do we
mean,
wanna
I'm
just-
sure I can get it, but if you'd like to, yeah, sure, go ahead.
All right, I'll help her.
Do we want to let Finn just open it before we break it to the point that he can't use his tools?
That might be a good point. All right. Well, all right. Before we do that, so like, Cleve, is there like one of those like little like that little mechanism to just like unlock it? Like if it's not locked, like just to unlatch it, is there like a little mechanism?
Yeah, it's like a little latch you push in on the side that if it's not locked, it'll just kind of spring the lock open.
Okay.
For the latch.
I'm just gonna go
thing.
ahead and hit that first and see.
Yeah, yeah, that doesn't work. It is definitely locked.
Okay, all right. So I will produce my thieves' tools, and I'm going to try to open that lock.
Okay.
I'm going to
Still get guidance.
Well, 10.
That works.
Okay.
14.
This is not a solid lock. Yeah, you were quickly
Illustrated
able
for
to. You were quickly able to spring that lock open.
All right, dope. And then I'm just gonna kind of just like flip the lid open.
You flip the lid open and find a corpse,
Yeah.
all wadded up and stuffed in there.
Oh.
Old? How old is this corpse?
Be a medicine check.
More from if it's halfway fresh, Mary is gonna puke.
So it's been there for a few days, not long enough to really start decomposing, but definitely long enough for the blood stains from since you're looking at it, the obvious multiple stab wounds to have dried. And as you're looking over it, this corpse bears a remarkable resemblance to the ghost from the servants' quarters on the 3rd floor.
Mary will definitely lose his maggots into this stove. The hell is this house?
I would like to try to gently lift the corpse out.
Yeah,
Keeping
you can
my
gently lift
back
the corpse
towards-
out.
to Mary, so that he's not like getting like a better visual if he happens to be looking this way.
I'm okay now.
All right.
Yeah, you can lift the corpse out. Rigor has set in. It's not really like flexible at this point.
Okay.
Start saying last rites.
I'm sorry, you insufferable harlot. And
My
after
God.
sitting her down, well, I mean, that's not my words. And I want to. Is there anything underneath where the body was?
There is not.
May I examine the corpse to see if I can try to find the cause of death?
Killed by a
Yeah, I mean, if Mary has said anything about it,
Yeah, she
I mean,
definitely. She's been stabbed by Elizabeth.
yeah, there are like at least a dozen separate and distinct stab wounds, probably more.
Uh, bloody death. No place for a civilian. I suppose that we should give her a decent burial after this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one of the sheets that was covering whatever this is. Because have I uncovered these things, or did we just stop at the?
I would think we uncovered everything
Okay.
Yeah,
before
I'm
getting
gonna
them
take-
interesting.
sure.
I'm gonna take one of the sheets and I'm just gonna cover her body with it.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. There is now a body on the floor covered with a sheet.
I don't think.
Exactly. Sorry, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I don't think there's anything else in here.
I agree.
Nothing I want to discover anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's like I said, it was mannequins, a couple of chairs, a standing mirror. There's a bird cage, like a big iron bird cage under one of the sheets. Things you would expect to find in, a storage room.
Go on, Mary. The Silver Flame has one more lock for you today.
All right. Let's. All right, I'm gonna pull out ye old thieves' tools again.
All right.
And I'm gonna try and pick this lock.
Mary, was that guidance for Flynn to pick the lock?
Yes.
Okay. All right, roll it up, Mr. Flynn.
Am I just taking that one, or should I add a D4? Up to you.
That is the D4.
Okay. So I'm not adding my own. So 13.
Yeah, this is definitely a more solid lock than the one that was on the trunk.
Okay.
Like you think you've almost got it, but then like some of the tumblers in the back fall back
Oh, shit.
into.
I'm gonna knock on the
I
door.
would like to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
would like to. Yeah, you can knock on the door. There's no answer when you knock on the door.
Okay.
But I would like to remind everybody that there was on the desk in the library on the second floor. There was that key that you found.
I think that was all Flynn.
How about maybe I should try kicking it in?
Yeah, I like this idea.
Oh yeah, I have the key. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take that key. I'm gonna try that key.
Yeah, that key fits in that lock like it was made for it.
I warmed it up, and I'm gonna unlock the lock.
Unlock the lock, and the lock goes click.
All right. Y'all ready?
I am prepared.
No more bodies.
Yeah, let's do this.
No more bodies. And I'm gonna open the door.
And no whammies, no whammies. That door is openable at this point. And it opens into what appears to be a child's bed or children's bedroom. There's a bricked up window flanked by two dusty wood framed beds. Closer to the door is a toy chest with windmills painted on the sides. Excuse me. There is a dollhouse that looks to be a perfect replica of the house that you currently are in. Everything is covered with cobwebs, and lying in the middle of the floor are two small skeletons wearing tattered clothing.
I let out a sigh, and I turned to everyone and was like, "More bodies."
You jinxed it.
And I'm gonna step in small ones at that.
The smaller of the two skeletons is cradling a stuffed doll, and the larger of the two is kind of cradling the smaller one.
I will sit on the chair on the bed. And I'll put my, hands on my head, hands on my face, and I will be yet again.
Paul
These
is
are-
gonna
sad
say a
smile.
prayer to Lathander.
And these are long dead skeletons.
These are long dead skeletons.
May I attempt to see if there's any, shattering of the skulls or any calls for death?
Yeah, give me a medicine check. There is no apparent cause for death based on these skeletons, but as Farmer is looking over the skeletons, the two kids that you met outside sort of materialize in the room, looking a little different than they did outside.
Larry definitely brings his shield in front of himself. What's the meaning of this?
So, is this what you wanted us to find?
Did you ever find out the kids' names? I forget.
Rose.
Yeah, Rose and
Yeah. Okay.
Thornton or something like that.
Yeah. Rose says, no, we just wanted you to help our brother and stop the monster.
Why do you look different than downstairs? What are you?
Ooh, I'm Rose. That's my brother Thorn. They do look a little different too. I'm trying to find the
The new picture.
yeah. I mean, if you want to just zoom in, they look quite a bit like oh yeah, here it is. Well, no, that's not it.
While you're looking for that, I'd like to take the doll out of the bag of soap.
There you go. Yeah, you take the doll out of the bag of soap.
And I'd like to. I'm gonna hand it to Rose. Is this yours?
She takes it and she looks at it and she says, "Oh, I thought I'd lost this. I thought I'd never see it again. Thank you.
There you go.
Did you find our brother?"
We have
She's
not.
staying. Was she staying with the woman downstairs? Do you know you're behind a mirror?
This is our bedroom. This is where This is where our parents locked us in to protect us from the monster in the basement.
Why did your parents
Should go down to the
choose a house
basement.
with a monster?
Sorry, what did you say?
Why did your parents live in a house with a monster?
I don't know. They went down to the basement sometimes, though.
Is there a basement in the dollhouse?
Give me a investigation check for that. You do not see a basement in the dollhouse, but what you do see is not far outside the room that you're currently in the dollhouse. Along the western side of the house, there is a spiral staircase that goes all the way to the first floor. And also, as you're looking over the dollhouse, on the first floor in the dining room, there's like a little figure that is dressed kind of like you are, kind of slumped over the table. And at the base of the staircase on the first floor, there's a figure that looks like it's could represent Holly, just like laying on the floor at the base of the stairs. And in the master bedroom downstairs, where you found the hanging corpse, there's a Thalmer doll with a bunch of knives in it. And in this on the second floor landing, there's a Flynn doll. Like excuse me. There's a Flynn doll with something wrapped around its neck, just laying on the floor in the hall.
Don't react. And then I start saying what I see. Seeing if the two children react as I tell my companions the grisliness of our supposed death.
They do not react to that.
Thorn, did you put these dolls in here?
He shakes his head no and says, "No, I don't play with dollhouses. Those are for girls."
Rogue.
She kind of drifts over and looks at the dollhouse and says, "I don't remember those being there before."
Said drifts over?
Yeah, like she's
Not
neither one of these kids are touching the ground. Like, in fact, when you're looking at them, neither one of them really have feet. They're just kind of floating about, you know.
Their legs don't go all the way down. Do you mind if I take this then? If you don't recall it, and I'm gonna like kind of like reach for my doll.
Kind of shrugs. She's like, "I don't mind."
I'm going to take Lancelot out of my bag and I'm gonna show him to Thorn. Is this yours?
No.
No?
Mother and father said I wasn't allowed to have a dog.
Oh.
I think we should leave.
I think we should go down to the basement.
Why?
Because there's a monster in the basement.
That's exactly why we shouldn't go down in the basement.
I mean, to be fair, that's fair.
If we do go to the basement, and if we do defeat this monster, the sooner we can get out of here.
Yes, and the sooner the children will be safe, but... Alright, I love this plan. I'm glad to be a part of it.
I hear the doubt.
I think the children are beyond anyone's reach at this point.
Yeah, but maybe if we take care of this monster in the basement, I mean, maybe they'll be free to go? Do you know what else is in the basement, kids? Have you ever been down there?
Hang on just a second. I need to check something here. Mary. If I can find it. None of this is where it should be. Jesus.
At the bottom.
There we go. Mr. Mary. I need you to give me a charisma saving throw as you step out of the room. Okay. As you step out of the room, or start to step out of the room, the ghost of Thorn starts to panic and shouts, "No, don't leave us all alone!" and rushes at you.
Nothing's keeping you here anymore, child.
And give me 1 second. I gotta send something to you, Mary.
You are dead.
Okay. Well, part of that got whispered to Mary, at least. I don't know why the rest of it didn't go there, but
Yeah,
so
the carriage returning between. So Thorn disappeared?
yeah, Thorn like rushed at Mary and then like is gone now.
Ah!
How's that?
That was me being very surprised and like, you know. Ah!
But the rest of you says, "Please don't leave us again. Our parents left us here. They never came back for us."
we won't leave you. Rose, where's your brother?
You think maybe he's in the basement with the monster now?
Okay.
We should probably. We need to be able to help your brother. But we need you to be safe as well.
So you're gonna lock me in again, like my
No,
other
no,
father
no,
did?
not lock you in. No, 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 no.
I don't want to be alone.
Why don't you come with? And I'll hold out my hand to her.
Well, I'm sorry. You said what, and then held out your hand.
I'm going to say, you don't need to be alone. We're not going to lock you in. Why don't you come with me? And I'll hold out my hand to her.
Okay. Give me a charisma check with disadvantage, if you would, or save with disadvantage, please.
Don't touch her. Take a step back.
All right. She grabs your hand, and you feel something like almost trying to take you over, but eventually that feeling subsides, and she looks up at you like very sad. She's like, "I can't go with you."
What if there's blankets on the bed for reals?
Yeah, there's real blankets on the bed.
What if we took you with us like so, and I just take the blanket and I'd like to gesture towards the bones in the blanket like, huh? Would that work?
I'm not sure what that would do. I'd still be here alone.
I mean,
Even more alone now that Thorn's gone with your friend.
What's wrong with me?
If we, do you know whose bones these are?
I want to say because she's a teenager, she just like rolls her eyes at you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
No, she's like, that's all that's left of Thorn and me.
Right. So,
Holly, if you want to like choose to fail that saving throw,
I
you
will.
can.
I'll choose
Okay.
to fail it.
All right. I'm sorry. I kind of forgot about that you could choose to fail it, but
I was going to ask, and I felt really bad that I succeeded.
Don't.
yeah, like you feel like the spirit of Rose kind of like not taking over, but like just kind of going along as a passenger.
Chilling.
And I have something to send to you as well.
does Holly roll her eyes at me instead then?
Yes, Holly
Which
rolled
she would
her
have
eyes.
already done. She's already done that to you.
You know what? Since Mary's is out in public, Holly,
Go ahead.
for the time being, you have the flaw. I like being in charge and get angry when other people tell me what to do.
Sweet. Oh, this isn't much different.
So not
All
really
right.
a flaw for Holly, just like standard.
I know.
He's stronger now.
Yeah. Got gusto. Got the gusto of a teenager. Let's go, everybody.
Glenn, were you still gonna like wrap up the bones and take them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at the bones.
You now have a sack full of bones, as well as your sack full of soap.
I think I'm going. No, I'm still going to keep the sack of soap and the sack of bones if I can. Yeah, I really want to use that sack of soap at least once.
There's no memories that come along with Thorn or Rose, right?
Nope,
Just got
none whatsoever.
A little bit of their personalities.
All right, so how do we get to the basement?
I assume we just need to go to the ground floor. That's my guess.
I'm not going first.
Then I shall lead the way.
No, I will.
All right, don't make me turn this death house around.
Very well.
I'll grab Mary's hand. Come on.
Well,
Let's go.
What?
Wasn't there a staircase? I mean, I'm gonna go back in and like.
Yeah,
look at the
obviously.
dollhouse.
Yeah, the dollhouse. Since Mary pointed a lot of stuff out to you when he was looking at it. Yeah, there's a staircase, like in
And
the
we
attic
didn't-
where you're at.
Oh, it starts in the attic.
Yeah, it goes all the way down the first floor. It's a very narrow spiral staircase.
So if Mary didn't know that, then I just metagamed. I apologize.
No,
Mary
we
knew
did.
that.
Yeah, we did know.
Okay.
Did see that there's no western staircase. I didn't realize it started in the attic. But
Yeah, that's the part I was apologizing for metagaming about.
no, it's all good. I'm clearly not going anywhere first anymore.
Where's the staircase? I'm like looking in the dollhouse to see if I can see where the staircase is.
It is on the western. It is like really close to the western wall of the house,
Okay.
between the storage room with all the where the body was and all the stuff covered with sheets, and it's between that and the spare bedroom.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, that staircase is about there. So, I mean, we can go back down to the first floor and just like look for a. There were a couple of areas we didn't check. I mean, the staircase way to the basement could be down there, or we could try to find the staircase here.
Let's start from here.
Why are we going into the basement? I don't want to go in the basement.
Mary,
It'll be okay.
we just went over this.
Cleve, I would like to check this wall.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Peer around the corner as he's doing it.
Yeah, so you're tapping along the wall and feeling along the wall, checking for loose bricks.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find any like secret doors or door mechanisms.
Okay.
But you're pretty sure that that wall back there is hollow. Like that there is a space behind it.
Okay.
Don't want to go down there.
All right. I'm going to. No, it's going to be all right. Trust me. I'd like to check this wall here.
All right, give me another investigation check if you would. Yeah, again, you don't find any opening mechanisms or doors or anything like that, but there's definitely a cavity behind that wall.
Shite. Come down and on this side then.
All right, one more time if you would. So that wall seems pretty solid.
So
Do you require my assistance, Flynn?
yeah,
Actually, you know what? You know what? Since you kind of know like the area that you're looking in, go ahead and roll that with advantage.
okay.
Yeah, you definitely find the loose brick or whatever that causes.
So I start walking away from it and I was like, unless.
And you absolutely see a spiral staircase in there, descending into darkness.
Okay. All right. So I leave the room where I can see everybody, and I'm just like, all right. So found the spiral staircase. So what do we want to do? I mean, do we want to take that staircase, or do we want to go back down to the first floor?
Let's take the staircase.
Staircase.
We found it, so we might as well use it.
All right.
I want to be last.
I'll
Push my way to the middle.
I was gonna say I'll let you lead the way.
All right, everybody
I was
hold
gonna say I
still
would
for a
lead the way,
second.
but I was just like, I'll lead the way, and then you jumped in front of me. I'll let you lead the way.
All
I'm
right.
gonna lead the way.
You descend and descend and descend further
Can I call you
until
or hose?
Don't call me.
oh, shit. Let me get back to that.
Molly's
I pasted the wrong stuff apparently. All right. I'm gonna stack you all up for a second,
Sure.
and hopefully I get you all when I do this.
Pancakes.
This is a part.
Let's see. Yeah, I think you're all down there. So let's actually move you down there.
Just put me in the middle.
Can everyone see?
Yeah.
I see something.
Good enough. Give me just a second before you start wandering too far here. All right, this wooden spiral staircase from the attic has ended here. A narrow tunnel stretches eastward before branching out to the north and south. The tunnels here are carved out of earth, clay, and rock. They're about 4 feet wide by 7 feet high, and there are timber braces at roughly 5-foot intervals. So a little narrow down here.
So this is the basement.
It's very narrow. We need to be very. So
Are you okay?
we'll have to take the necessary precautions.
That mean he's gotta like turn to the side and crab walk through the entire thing.
Also, since you guys have found the basement, everyone gains 300 experience points,
Ooh.
which should be enough to put you at level 2.
Ooh.
So, I suggest we take a 5 to 10 minutes. Everybody can level up, hit the bathroom, grab a drink,
Sounds
whatever
good.
they need to do. Cool.
Sounds great.
Did we say rolling or for hit points?
You can roll. If you don't like the first roll, you can re-roll it, but then you're stuck with the second roll.
Are we allowed to just take average?
We should all do the same, whichever it is.
Or you can take the average. If you take the average, there's no rolling though.
All right, people
If
who
anybody
may or
will.
may not be watching, yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back. I'll put up a little break screen since I didn't make a fancy one. shake.
It's
That
been
poison.
an hour.
We're live again, and shake that poison.
Shaking the poison.
Shaking one more time.
Shaking the poison, boss.
Shaking the poison, Luke.
Someone's been listening to the men's room.
Leave me alone.
I'm glad you got that reference, Mondo.
Dude, I make that reference every day. There is one of our mail carriers. I'm sharing this with the stream. One of our mail carriers. His name's Luke, and when he comes in, he'll say like, turn it in my key, boss, and I'm like, turn it in the key, Luke. Yeah.
That's
Have
awesome.
you ever answered him at the door with eggs in your hand? Just 3 dozen eggs.
You should do that, man. I mean, like, if groceries weren't so expensive, you should get like a flat of eggs and hard boil them all. Just take them in.
I might do that.
I mean, you've already got the gag running.
Yeah, I
You
think
got to escalate at some point.
Fantastic. All right, you guys are in the basement. Well, what passes for a basement? Definitely not a finished basement.
Sorry. All right. Thalmer, let me just look ahead a little.
Sure.
I'd like to squeeze past Thalmer and just kind of look around. If I could do so I don't know how to accurately describe what it is I want to try to. I guess what I'm looking for is traps, but I mean, I'm not necessarily actively touching things and looking around and but I mean, I definitely want to just kind of look around and see if there's anything that seems shadier than this basement already is, or out of place, or just odd colored tile kind of things. I'm not really going nuts with a tap in the floor with a
Right.
10-foot pole or nothing, but
Yeah. So you don't see anything out of the ordinary, but especially with your passive perception, which is really good, by the way.
okay.
Um, with your passive perception, you can from this area, like you detect a slight odor of decay coming from the south.
All right. Got something dead to the south. And if I could kind of just peek around this corner.
Yeah, you peek around that corner.
Just more tunnels. Peek around that corner.
Yeah, there's like a little flight of stairs. You see a table and some chairs at the base of it.
Can I see this table here to the south?
Yeah, you can kind of barely see that at the edge of your night vision.
Okay. All right.
Kind of hard to make it. Like you have to really squint at it to see that it's a table from that distance and in this darkness.
All right. To the up and the left, and I point north or whatever direction that is. To the up and the left, there seems to be there's a small room with some tables and chairs. To the south, or to the down, straight ahead is where I'm smelling the rot. Another table. There's also, I mean, this looks like a maze. Do you guys have a preference as to up or down? Decay or less decay?
Decay.
Shouldn't be here.
All right, decay.
I'm gonna keep my light on me.
All right, So I'm gonna start making my way to the down.
Making your way downtown. Yeah. All right.
More.
There is light coming off of two of us, unless someone asks us to put them
Yeah,
out.
there is light on two of you. From what you can see from your vantage point here, Flynn,
Yeah.
these doors, like here, I don't know if I'm on the right layer to ping. I probably wasn't. Yeah, those doors there, like
Yeah.
this one up here, the it is a door with a stone like it's got a stone set in above the door, and it says Rosavalda Durst. This one down here says the stone over the door says Thornton Durst. This one over here says Gustav Durst, and this one down here says Elizabeth Durst.
Okay. Thumber. And I'm gonna.
What?
I'm gonna kind of step like up so he can kind of like come up and see the door, so I can kind of step to the side a little. And I'm just gonna point at the names. Like I don't necessarily want to say them out loud because I don't want to upset. I don't want to upset our possessed friends.
I see. That makes things more complicated.
That's what I'm thinking. Should we just proceed south, or should we check out, see what's inside? Like how many?
I believe we should. I think we should head south, find out whatever this monster is, and be done with it.
How many dead kids can we find in here? Especially the same ones. I mean, they're all over the fucking place.
This is. I expect a lot. This is a crypt after all. Oh, it appears to be one.
Definitely is, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna come south, and I'm gonna like look in this room. I'm just like, yeah, nothing to see there at the moment. But
Yeah, so
picnic table.
this room has a plain wooden table flanked by long benches. Moldy humanoid bones lie strewn on the dirt floor.
So
Mary is actively trying to stay in the middle of the group. I want to be at the end.
So we've got more. We've got like a little alcove here, and then more.
There's another passage this way,
and another one to the down.
Yeah, as you're kind of standing closer to the bones and looking at them, they've definitely been gnawed upon.
May I inspect one of the bones to see if I can identify what was gnawing on them?
Sure. Give me a medicine check on that.
Can I persuade you for a survival check?
I'll give you a survival check. Why not? Not 100% sure, but the teeth marks and the bones you're looking at look pretty human to you.
Flynn.
Yeah.
Take a look at this bone. Look at the teeth marks. Do you see what I see?
Yeah, something definitely was chewing on it.
Right, but no. They look human. They look oddly human-like.
Oh. I'm gonna glance at Holly. And then I'm gonna be like, so, cannibals?
That or something else. Which way do you think we should go? Or rather,
That odor of decay is much stronger in this room, but it is still even stronger to the south.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask if I could tell. So I'm just like, the death odor is a little is to the down. I don't know if you want to
Yeah.
continue that way or.
At this point, everybody can smell that rotting decay odor.
Okay. But hang on a second. Actually, stand behind me if you would. I want to check out that alcove. Seems. I don't want to say out of place, but I mean, because there's no door or nothing in here, right? Cleve, it's just.
Yeah,
stone?
there's no door. It's just a open space. The what do you call it? The roof is like it's dark up there. Like there's a cavity.
Okay. All right. First, I'd like to investigate like the walls and stuff. See if there's like any sort of like hidden secret nonsense things.
Sure. Give me an investigation check if you would.
Sure.
Yeah, you don't find anything out of the ordinary.
All right, Thalmer.
right.
If something tries to yank me up, please pull me back down.
I
Why
will.
are you going up?
I just want to check
I
out.
will assist you.
There's a bit of an opening up here. Can I reach the opening?
Yeah. Yeah. It's well, how tall is Flynn?
Flynn is probably, if I didn't actually like write it down somewhere. I mean, I'm guessing he's like he's roughly tallish human size, so like probably like anywhere between. We're gonna say he's 5'10". Putting that on my
Okay.
sheet. 5'10".
Yeah, I mean you can kind of stick your hand up there if you want to.
All right. I mean, is it something like I could like pull myself up and look, or is it like not that big of a space?
Oh, it's absolutely that big. It's you know what? I give me an acrobatics check to see if you can kind of shimmy up there a little bit.
Sure. Acrobatics. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully that doesn't kill me.
So even with your dark vision, which is, again, like shades of gray,
Yeah.
um, not really detail oriented. Um, I mean, there's something coiled around up here, um, around like the walls. It's perhaps used to be alive.
Ugh.
It uh, it's got kind of leathery skin. It's coiled around two or three times, so something like really snake or worm like just wedged up in here.
How sure am I that it's dead?
Well, it hasn't tried to eat you yet, so like reasonably.
How large would I think it might be?
Oh, and you're gonna make me do math now.
Oh, just roughly.
Uh,
Like I mean, like human size, medium, small, big.
big, big. It's like I said, it's long enough to have coiled around in here like two or three times.
Okay. I'm gonna lower myself down if I can.
Sure.
Okay. So possibly monster, possibly
Mhm.
dead,
Mm-hmm.
possibly handsome serpentine in nature. I can't say
Mm.
for sure, but
Did you say handsome snake?
well, I mean, all snakes are handsome in one way or another.
I don't like snakes.
Huh. There's always everyone has their own thing.
Should we investigate this a little further to see if it's a monster, or do we just want to walk away?
Let's walk away. We are in an enclosed space, and if that is a large creature, we would be at a distinct disadvantage.
Well, what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking maybe I could grab one of these bones, these gnawed upon bones, toss it up there, back out of this really quickly, and see if it decides to come down. Or we can
maybe, but
I think we should just leave it be.
right. It was a good plan, but we risk angering it, and we don't know its true capabilities.
Right. I'm just saying it could be the monster, but I don't.
Right.
Right. I mean, he's probably a fine fellow. He's not dead, but all right. So, south then.
South.
Why south? That's where the death is.
Right. The death monster equals death. We need to stop this monster. We need to save. Need to save the baby. And there she goes. Oh,
there is no baby.
I will drag Mary with me by his hand.
Slow down.
Come on. I am not Hose. We're gonna go with Raleigh. That's a little less bad.
You don't have to pull Mary. He is actively trying to stay in the middle of the group.
All right. So if you want to, if she jumped ahead, if you want to jump in front of me, you can. Yeah.
We're going down these stairs? I sure am.
Oh my.
All right.
More stair!
Child.
As you stand right where you're at and don't move anywhere.
Push the button.
As you all stand right where you're at and don't move anywhere.
Okay.
Bomber and Mary,
Sorry.
you guys can probably both see this from your vantage points.
I don't see anything. I mean, not from my vantage point, at least.
You will. Along this corridor down here and over here, the ground is starting to move.
Wait. I try to signal to my compatriots. The ground.
Yeah, we're going down to the ground. Come on.
Right.
No, it's moving up here.
And
oh, candy! There's candy up here.
As you watch, some creatures emerge from the earth. And we are going to roll some initiative, I think.
Oh, damn.
I am prepared.
Good golly gosh, I'm ready for this.
Mary, are you prepared?
Cleve, drag the room marker.
I did what?
You grabbed the numbered room marker.
Oh, so I did. Well, I didn't mean to do that. They was just in the middle of all the other stuff.
I hate when that happens. I hate when I put the room numbers in initiative.
That's funny.
I've done that in Foundry quite a few times. Because usually my room numbers are just tokens that are invisible. And I just grab a whole bunch of things and I'm just like, oh, okay. The room number 12 is going to go first.
And I was not prepared for this as I should have been. There we go. Double check some stuff here. Okay. So let's just see what these guys got.
Are they coming out of the ground?
Oh yeah, they're out of the ground.
I'm
They
so excited.
kind of dug through here pretty quick. Okay, I need to pop that out. The thing. Boy, they did not roll well for initiative. So, Len is up first.
What a time to be.
In a predicament.
There's an easy square for you to get sneak attack.
I don't even see where Flynn is.
He's
I'm
under Holly.
here. Alright, so I would like to, I'm just gonna be like, oh no! And I'm gonna run up here,
Uh-huh.
and I am going to... I'm running forward with my rapier. And, I'm gonna try and stab this boy to the south of me.
All right, try and stab him. He is stabbed.
Dope.
It is stabbed.
They.
Do I...
Yeah, I should assume it's gender.
Do I have sneak attack on this?
So I kind of want to say yes because of where Mary is, but I kind of want to say no because of where the other ghoul is. So I'll say yes.
Okay, let's see. A 14 damage.
Yeah, it has been stabbed pretty solidly.
Okay. And seeing that my companions seem pretty ready and maybe these guys are brushing dirt off themselves still, I am going to use my cunning action and
Mhm.
I'm going to step back over here. And
Thank
I'm
you, thank you.
like,
Oh god, what are you doing?
Get him, Thumber!
Oh.
And that will be the end of my turn.
All right. As you stab it, it sort of vocalizes at you. And it says, "Nothing can hurt us."
It talks.
That will bring us to Thumber.
All right, I'm gonna get in between the enemies and my compatriots,
Sure.
and I will attack this one,
Okay.
the one right, yeah, that one, with I'm gonna put my pike away, grab my my long sword, and I'm just gonna go for a chop, like that.
All right. That definitely hits it. You gave it a good job.
And okay, and then since I have that, does that mean I roll the damage again?
You roll the longsword's damage again, right?
Yeah, you would roll longsword damage a second time.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Thank you. Never done this before.
Neither have I.
Holy. That's a...
So that would be 30 damage,
Right?
right?
You're rolling the weapons damage die again, but
No,
not
that's-
the strength
that would-
bonus on it. So it would be like
25.
Hold up. That's just the
It'd be a 10.
6.
26.
26. Yeah.
What does that look like?
So I see these creatures start to rise from the ground, and my compatriot Flynn, he goes in, tries to get a swipe on one of them. He backs away. I quickly run ahead in front of my ally, my terrified ally, and I go with my long sword in hands, two-handed, and I take a mighty downwards chop on the one I attacked. Mighty downwards chop.
Sure.
And then and with that little bit of savage fury, I just keep going down.
Yeah, and as it's like dying again, it's like, we are perfect. We are immortal.
Now, and after it falls down, my face, it is kind of one of just pure focus. I'm just, my pupils are quickly looking around, awaiting the enemy's next move.
Sure. Anything else for you?
No, that'll be in the end of my turn.
All right, Holly, what's going on?
I'm real tempted to just go down the stairs. I can't stand in y'all's squares though. Is it half movement through people's?
No, it's free movement through other people's squares.
Okay.
Assuming that they're gonna let you, and not try and stop you.
I'll go down to this one. And I'll start chopping at this one. My character sheet will let me.
That will hit.
Yay. Yeah, that's me.
That's just you, huh?
Yep. Pepperoni and cheese.
I wanted to look something up, and I can't remember what the hell I wanted to look up.
I'll help.
All right. That will take us to Mary.
He just panics, grabs a hold of his lit holy symbol, squeezes till his knuckles turn white. Silver sacred flame, protect me. The one just south of me.
Needs to make a dex save then. It does not make its dex save.
Radiant if it matters.
Doesn't matter. It does not.
Push myself up as far away from it as I can on the wall. I'm done.
Okay. My music stopped. That's no good.
That's a no good.
It's a no good.
All right. Music's back up. So, this guy, nope, didn't mean to do that. That's what I have to do. This guy right here, he is going to try and claw at Holly, who's right in front of him.
Cool.
What's your AC, Holly?
14.
Okay, he absolutely hits you.
Hold on a sec. Give me a second, I want to see if something's... Okay, yeah, it is 14.
Okay. He absolutely hits you.
For how much?
Well, first I need you to make a DC 10 con save.
And everybody is full with the level up, right? Or is she hurt from before?
Everybody should be full, yeah. Okay. So, Holly, You're going to take 8 slashing damage as it rakes its ragged claws across you. And you are paralyzed. You can
Cool
you can try and make that save again at the end of your next turn.
Okay.
All right. This one here advances. And this one is going to, didn't like being sacred flamed. It is going to try and reach around the corner to Mary. What's Mary's AC?
It is a 16, and I think, being scared as he is, he squeezes a little bit more, and his entire body is just covered in a burn for a split second.
Okay.
It's just disadvantage to an AC of 16.
Yeah, it still hits you, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
So I also need you to make a DC 10 con save. Yeah, you made your save, but you were going to take 7 slashing damage from its horrible, filthy claws.
I don't like this.
But that does take us back to Mr. Flynn.
I like that. That warding flare. What domain is that?
It is light.
I've never noticed that before.
Yeah, so I'm
Warding flare is pretty dope.
Yeah.
I figured it gets a little bit of fire-based casting and some cleric skills, since everybody else was melee.
I don't know if I've ever had anyone playing a light cleric before. That's absolutely new to me, and I'm ashamed. But as opposed to being ashamed, all right, I'm going to now. I'm going to move up here. Have I noticed that Holly seems to be something wrong with her?
Holly? Yeah, she is paralyzed.
Right, but I mean, I can tell, right?
Yeah, I think you could be able to tell.
All right. Okay, so then I'm gonna move past the squeezed against the wall guy. I'm gonna kind of duck under Thomir's sword, and I want to try and stab at this guy.
Try and a stab at him.
I'm gonna try and stab him with my rapier. It's very nice.
Gone all over the region this night.
That will cause him to be stabbed, yes.
Okay. And since she is paralyzed, I will not get any sort of sneaky sneak, I'm sure.
That is true.
5 piercing. The big 5 is what we call it.
Big 5. You do call it a big 5.
The big 5.
All right. He's taken some damage from that.
And I am going to, ooh, wait. So I can, what can I do? Let me look at this. Nothing. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Thalmer.
All right, I now turn my attention. I now turn my attention to the creature in front of me, and then I shall attack it with my long sword.
All right, go for it. That hits it, and what does that look like?
So this time, last one I did was an overhand downwards slash. Now this one's going to be from below upwards. Going to try to go up, hit the belly, then slice right through him.
Yeah,
If I can do that.
Sure, why not? Okay.
Move up forward,
Sure.
and then I will activate one of my actions, my action surge,
Okay.
and I will attack the one in front of me.
Sure, go for it. That hits him as well.
And that shall be the end.
Man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. Holly, you are paralyzed, but if you'd like to try and make that save again, you can.
Does the 12 do it?
The 12 does it. You are no longer paralyzed.
Oh, thank goodness. I
Mary,
can move. I don't like this.
you are up.
Just step forward and again, Sacred Flame, the one closest to Holly, who actually I guess she's clean now.
I'm going to say that you do not have line of sight on that one.
I certainly see the one below Thalmer then.
Yeah, you definitely can see that one. His attack save, he does not, so he takes some damage.
Stay here to keep all my allies in sight.
All right. Anything else for you?
I'm done.
Okay. Let's see then. This guy has decided that he likes Holly. And he's going to bite you. 16?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You're going to take 12 piercing damage.
I go down.
The first has fallen. Death House lives up to its name, sort of.
Wait, this was
tell me it
Soupy
was called
Happy
Death
Funhouse.
I feel very lied to. How could you betray me like this?
So he takes a huge bite out of Holly's shoulder and starts just gnawing on her, and she drops and through mouthfuls of her flesh. It's all like, we will live forever. This guy can't do much except he's going to try and claw Mr. Thalmer. What's your AC, Thalmer?
15.
Okay, so he definitely connects. He finds the spot that breastplate just doesn't quite cover very well.
Mm-hmm.
With those these filthy black claws. You were going to take 9 points of slashing damage.
Right.
And I would also like you to make a con save.
Okay, Constitution saving.
Yeah, you're fine. You're good.
Okay.
Glenn.
Okay. Get your fucking mouth off of her, you fuck. And rapier this guy that's trying to eat Holly.
That he has been rapiered.
Nice. 9 piercing.
Which one is that? What does that look like?
So as he's going to take another chomp out of maybe going for her neck, I'm just my rapier just straight through his open mouth.
Nice.
And with a flick of the wrist, his head just becomes 2 separate halves of head. Like the top
Excellent.
and the bottom half, as opposed to a left and a right.
Just gave him the ultimate Chelsea grin there, right?
Yes.
All right.
And then that's it. Yeah, cutting action doesn't really do anything useful here, so that's it for me.
All right, Thalmer, you're
All
up
right.
again.
I will unleash. I shall now attack the creature in front of me.
Mm-hmm. That will hit it. You feel like maybe that wasn't as solid of a hit as your last few,
Right.
but it's still a hit.
Okay.
Anything else for you?
No, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay, Holly, death saving throw if you would please.
Fuck.
I've got her.
Mary. Holly is on the floor, bleeding profusely.
He definitely sees that. He puts both hands out. One, the healing word to Holly. Listen to the words of the sacred flame. And he takes that same energy and twists it towards the one south, healing Holly and damaging, hopefully, the last.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
It's
because healing word's a bonus action.
Oh yeah, never mind. I see that, and Sacred Flame is
just
a cantrip, right? Well, let's see if he makes that saving throw. He does not. And what does that look like?
So I think the energy leaching out of the undead comes into one of Mary's hands, it flows through his body and out the other hand towards Holly, bringing her back to consciousness.
Holly regains consciousness with a blood-curdling scream as though she's been awoken from a night terror.
Are you okay, Rose?
Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, that was scary. Oh.
I told you we shouldn't have come down here.
Yeah, I'm regretting so many things. Oh, but I'm gonna go down those stairs anyway.
And that will take us out of combat.
They talked too much.
So, for that little fight, everyone gains 200 experience.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
And I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Because it is time, unfortunately.
That's fine. I was glad I
Man.
didn't die.
Thank you so much, Cleve.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
for
again.
playing, everybody. I hope it was as at least as good as the last one.
Equally terrifying and mischievous.
Yeah.
So, again, as usual, questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms, feel free to mention them now, after the stream, or hit me up on Discord. What do we want to do about getting Mondo on like a human-type schedule? Do we want to skip a week? Do we just want to play next week?
All right, so
I'm good either way.
Here's the thing, if it's okay with everybody. I'm cool with this, actually.
Okay.
Because it puts most of my games in 1 week. And I realized last week, like, not having, like, hardly any games, that, like, that was,
It made for a nice weekend, right?
Yeah.
Well, a nice weekend and a nice week. It's like I only had one game on Tuesday, that Frost Maiden type game that I'm playing in, which, I mean, you just gotta show up. And the rest of the week I had for everything else. So I'm actually cool with this if everybody else still is.
Yeah, this works for me. I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I have one normal week, and then I have 1 week full of D&D.
I mean, I'm okay with either or. I got 2 games I play in this weekend, and I got a game I run on Saturdays of those off weeks. So,
yeah. So I mean, is it cool with you playing 3 nights in a row, Cleve?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much of a problem with it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would be in the same boat with that, because I have this game, then tomorrow, then Saturday, and tonight. Yeah.
Well, let's just stick with these Thursdays then.
Sounds good.
All right.
Cool. That was easier than that was easier than expected.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Any plugs, anyone, before I end the stream?
Be nice to dogs.
Yes, be nice to dogs always. And let me see if this.
That's my plug.
Let me see if this bundle is still going. It is. So, wow, 18 million now. So Humble Bundle.
Weren't they trying to raise like 5 million? Weren't they didn't they have a goal of like 5 million?
I don't know what the Humble Bundle goal was. This is like a different one than the last one.
Oh, okay.
The last one is over. Their fundraiser is over, but this one is still happening. This is on Humble Bundle. The other one was on itch.io, and again, like a ton of games, books, including the Pathfinder 2 core rules, Starfinder, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. There are some graphic novels in here, including the Inkall, which I remember from Heavy Metal, and I've enjoyed reading again. That's how old I am. I read it in the pages of Heavy Metal when I was too young to be reading Heavy Metal magazine. Is there such a thing as being too young for that? But there are a ton of games and other things in this bundle, and again, it's all going to Ukraine humanitarian relief efforts. So far, they have raised $18.5 million with this bundle. So even if you're just doing it for the games, that's great. But I mean, if you do it for Ukraine, that's even better. $40 gets you the entire bundle. It's $45. It's absolutely worth it. And there's a ton of stuff in there. And if you can put more towards that, it's going to a great cause. Please do that if you can. But it's a great bundle.
You know what? I'm just gonna throw this out there, man. I am scrolling through these titles,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm seeing a few of them that absolutely make this. I can pick out four that make this a deal, for, a good deal for $45.
Right? Already.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, like this War of Mine was excellent. Fable Anniversary, always a classic. Endless Space 2 was great. Kerbal Space Program is maybe one of the best games I have ever played that makes me want to kill myself every time I play it. Um, what else we got here? Warsaw was interesting. Um, can't say that I like it, but I can see where some people would. Um,
And there is
And I
yeah,
can
there's an
there's a
Army
shit
of
ton of games in here.
Darkness graphic novel. If you're into Army of Darkness, who isn't? Judge Death, if you're a Judge Dredd fan, there's a Boys Volume 1. I mean, the graphic novels alone, too, are like, it's definitely. And if you've got a 3D printer and you want. They have. There's also a ton of, like, whatever the thing is that you use to 3D print things. I don't know what you call the things. Designs.
STL files.
There you go. Ton of STL files. Thank you. If you got a 3D printer and you want a 3D print a study for apprentices, shanty fences, dock accessories, tavern bar chairs and tables, townfolk, yaks, small Viking huts. So,
Just
regardless
want to
of
throw
what.
out there,
Hmm?
just want to throw out here, not to interrupt, sorry, but
Yeah.
this game, The Long Dark, was pretty solid too.
Um,
So yeah, this is a steal, man. Like,
Fable,
unfortunately, it does expire in like what, just under
14
15
hours.
hours.
Yeah.
I think all of them do, right? The whole deal.
Yep.
Yep.
So if you want this deal, grab it quickly. Again, all of the proceeds are going to Ukraine humanitarian relief efforts. So that's like that's my big plug.
I feel like I'm gonna buy this and end up giving away half of these games because I already own them.
Toe Jam and Earl. But all right, so I'm gonna end the stream. Again, thank you all of you for playing. Thanks for running this, Cleve. Anyone who watches
Hey,
this
no
now or
problem,
in the
man.
future, yeah, just thank you for watching now or in the future. And everybody have a great night.